Hi everybody, Mrs. Tamita here. This week and next week in art, we are going to be looking at this artist named John Bergerman. He is a contemporary artist, which means he's still alive. He's still making artwork today. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about him and show you some of his artwork, and then I'll show you what we're going to make. So John Bergerman is originally from the UK, but now he lives and works in New York City. And he is 41 years old. So Bergerman uses a very bright and colorful doodle style. His work keeps the eye moving because no matter where you look in his work, you're looking at something. He uses paint, markers, digital drawing, whatever really he has around, he will make art with. So his work is really just about having fun and not being a perfectionist. He uses imagination and improvisation, which means making things up as you go along. So for our artwork, we will be improvising a bit as well. Here's some more examples of his work. Everywhere where you look, you see something new in his artwork. There's a lot of overlapping. One thing starts as something and then becomes another. So it makes it really interesting to look at. So as you can see from these works, they're very busy, I suppose. He squeezes details into every part that he possibly can, and really just goes with the flow when he's making his work. Here's some examples made by students in the past of this project. So we're going for something kind of like these, and you can kind of see how they're inspired by Bergerman's work. They are very random, you could say, and everything is kind of interconnected in a very improvised way. So to make our work, you'll start with a scribble or a squiggle kind of. Use your imagination and fill in those spaces with doodles. You keep adding. When you think you're done, you're not. Keep adding more. And then the last thing you'll do is add color. So here's me starting to make my drawing in my sketchbook. I'm using a Sharpie just because I like to not have the option to erase. So since I'm using Sharpie, I just put a couple extra papers underneath the one I'm drawing on. So I'm just going to start by making some random lines. Some wavy ones, some loops. They can overlap. Notice I'm not scribbling. I am not moving super fast, and I am kind of paying attention to where I'm putting my lines. I'm trying to spread them out and not bunch them up too much until I have most of my page covered with a bunch of random lines. And notice that I did not pick up my marker the whole time I was drawing that line. It's just one continuous line. So now I'm going to start creating my doodles. I saw a shape that looked like a fish, so I turned it into a fish. Those I decided to turn into mountains with a river and a guy climbing up the mountain. I'm just really seeing what random things pop out to me and then turning them into something more of a drawing. So I created a weird face right there. And as you can see, I rotated my page to make something new. If you're stuck looking at a page one way, try rotating it and see what you come up with. Just keep going with the flow, improvising and making it up as you go along. And don't get caught up in trying to make things look perfect. This is not a project where I want you to be a perfectionist. Just focus on being creative and really just letting go of what you think your artwork needs to look like and have fun with this one. And then after I added that little balloon, I got kind of stuck. So what you can do if you get stuck and you're trying to fill in a space is just make a new random line and see where that leads you. I see a big gap down there on the bottom left of my page, now the bottom right, so I decided to just add some vehicles. It's a road now, and I can draw those and then make some lines to create my road. And in that empty space down here, I came up with the idea of adding a book, so I went ahead and added a book. Like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just go with the flow and improvise your drawings. And you aren't expected to finish your drawings today on Monday, but they should be done by the end of class tomorrow on Tuesday. So you'll just work on them during class time today and class time tomorrow, and then we will worry about coloring in next week. Have fun with this one, everyone.